Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is Agent Scone, and we are here for another exciting Arena Cube traditional draft. We're going to just go ahead and jump right in, and looks like a fairly decent pack. So there's Lutri, which goes literally in any deck as a companion. We have a couple of lands, Rogran Triumph, Godless Shrine. Then there's Lingering Souls for some token synergies. We have Valky, Garrick, and there's also Deep Cavern Bat and Nowhere to Run as some good cheap interaction. I'm not quite sure where to start here. I think I might just want to take the Rogran Triome, just stay open. I'm not sure any of these cards are so powerful that I need to waste a pick on any of them. Deep Cavern Bat is probably the best card in the pack, and that would be a fine place to start. But I think the Rogran Triumph will keep me a little bit more open as we traverse this. So yeah, I'm going to start with the Rogran Triumph. I'm not going to put the most weight, but of course I'll bias more towards the Jeskai space. All right. So now there's a Steam Vents if I want to stay in the more Izzet. Maybe the one option could be like Steam Vents Wheel Prismari Command. There's Journey to Nowhere as a fine removal spell. March of Otherworldly Light and Get Lost also fill similar roles. Intrepid Adversaries, it's okay. I think I'd rather prefer it in like a mono white type shell. Spyglass Siren and Opt are both okay. Maybe we do just take the Steam Vents. That's probably the strategy. Take Steam Vents, wheel either Prismari Command or one of the white removal spells, and I think that's totally fine place to start. If we had taken the Deep Cavern Bat, Graveyard Trespasser, or Virtue of Persistence would be a solid follow-up, but I think we're just kind of... Alright, now we can take a land which can fetch up either of our lands, so now our Jeskai fixing is very good, so we should be able to take that and maybe play some sort of Jeskai control deck. That's always a favorite of mine, or Jeskai Super Friends. And again, there's a lot of stuff we could wheel from this pack. So there's a Prismatic Vista for more fixing, but there's also the Cryptic Coat. I could see us playing Twin Flame Tyrant, trying to go a little bit bigger. But yeah, take the fetch land. Okay, there's another fetch land which can work. There's also a Hedge Maze. What else do we have? We have Repulse, Wedding Announcement, Bank Buster, Inferno Titan, and Robber the Rich as well. I think because this fetch does touch both of our lands that we've already taken, I will go ahead and grab this. And again, we'll try to see what's open on the wheel. Maybe Repulse, or I don't think Bankbuster will wheel, but we're definitely opening ourselves up to take basically any good red-white card. Okay, so now's a time where we can go ahead and take an actual spell. Because first of all, this fetch land doesn't find our Steam Vents or our Rogran Triumph, so it doesn't really do anything. So what do we want to do? We could take, as far as I think there's 3 picks. There's 3 Steps Ahead, Glorybringer, and Molten Impact. I've been impressed with Molten Impact. This is the Alchemy Sorcery. 2 mana, deal 4 to a creature or planeswalker. You note the excess damage, and then the next time you cast an instant sorcery spell, you deal that much damage to something. So that's pretty strong. I think I'm going to take the Glorybringer, though. It's really nice top end, and normally I don't like taking top end before I take the cheaper interaction. But these kind of removal spells are a little bit more common, and the Glorybringer like comes down and kills something, big hasty threat. I think that's where I want to be. Okay, so now we can either take a Detective's Phoenix or possibly an elite Spellbinder, maybe a Blink of an Eye or a Consider. I'm inclined to maybe want to stay red. Detective's Phoenix has very high upside, especially if we can mill ourselves quite a bit and then we can bestow, give other threats flying in haste. Elite Spellbinder is a pretty good disruptive creature as well, but I think I'm willing to stay a little bit red, especially because with the Steam Vents, it's more incentivizing a blue-red base. Okay, so good options here, mainly between ECD, Elspeth Conquers Death, or one of these, Obliterating Bolt versus the Roaring Furnace. And I think I'm going to go ahead and take the Roaring Furnace and Steaming Sauna. So the Obliterating Bolt it probably deals a little bit more damage on average, but if we play this Roaring Furnace in the early game, we should be able to still deal with pretty much anything we need to. And then we have the upside of turning this on in the late game as a card advantage engine, or vice versa. Like you play this on turn 5 and then kill something later. Work well in that way. Okay. So let's see. We have Remand, Royal Eruption, Repeal. We could go on the same plan we've been going with the red burn spells. But I think I'm going to take Remand as more of like a tempo play. And again, we can probably wheel or find other sorts of burn or deal damage effects. I think having something like Remand to like power out into our other spells is good. Okay, so we wheel the Deep Cavern Bat, which is interesting because I was going to take that. We do have a Fading Hope, which basically an unsummon, except sometimes you get to scry one. So that's an option. I think I'm going to take the Warzone Duplicator. It's essentially a 2-for-1 plus tempo. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take that. Now we have the choice between Opt, Spyglass Siren, Journey to Nowhere, Hell Rider. Take a quick look at the curve. We actually might be able to take advantage of Hell Rider and be a little bit more aggressive with our Detective's Phoenix. Yeah, let's do that. Huh. Okay. There's a Sunspine Lynx. I think that will hurt me more than it hurts the opponent. I probably can spec on an Undercity Sewers in case there's some sort of black splash we want to do. I don't hate that. There's also an Exercise. That could have been the pick too. Okay, we wheeled pretty much what I wanted. We wheeled the Inferno Titan and the Repulse. I think we have a decent amount of top end already, so I'm just going to go ahead and take the Repulse. Okay, bunch of white cards. White does appear to be open. We'll just take this. Okay, Hall of Storm Giants versus Consider. I'll definitely take the Hall of Storm Giants. The Manlands are very effective at closing out games when they go long. All right. So now what? We have Sphinx of Forgotten Lore. Maybe rebuy some of our burn spells or interaction. Unnerving Grasp. Fanged Flames, another one of these kind of things. Deal 4 damage to a creature or planeswalker and exile it. No More Lies as a counter spell. Also, Spell Pierce is always fine. I think we're going to try to go a little bit bigger. It's also more exciting. We're going to take Key to the Archive. So Key to the Archive, you get to, it enters tapped, 4 mana, enters tapped, and you tap it to add 2 mana, any combination of colors, so decent fixing there. But then you also can draft a card from its spellbook and then discard a card. So we got a lot of bangers here: Time Warp, Counterspell, Demonic Tutor, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Helix, Approach of the Second Sun. So yeah, I think we're gonna go for that play. Okay. There's Fiery Annihilation, Hard Evidence, Ossification, another fetch land. I think at this point I don't really need the fetch land. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take the Fiery Annihilation. Does a good job at pretty much dealing with anything. So we're definitely looking more on the controlling side. I think I regret this Hellrider pick a little bit, but that's okay. All right. Wow, a lot of bangers here. So another fetch land, always fine. Steam Vents, but we already have a Steam Vent, so I'm not convinced we need to take that right now. Fixing's already pretty decent. Overlord of the Boiler Bilges, Malcolm, Sublime Epiphany, and a Lightning Bolt. I'm just gonna lean on the cheaper side and then hope to wheel. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 cards we would want in this pack, so yeah, go ahead and take Lightning Bolt. Okay, not too much here. So there's Burn Down the House, 5 mana, deal 5 to each creature and each planeswalker, or make some devils, which might go with our strategy of sometimes controlling, sometimes aggressive. Oh, they also gain haste, so that works. Curving Hellrider into Burn Down the House, that's a lot of damage. There's Sapphire Collector. So Sapphire Collector, 3 mana, 3/3 with prowess. When you cast your second non-creature spell in a turn, you get a Mock Sapphire. You can pay 2 and a blue to give something flashback. So a little expensive on all ends of it. At the end of the day, it is just a 3 mana, 3/3 prowess, which is fine. I think I'm going to take the Burn Down the House. I think that has a little bit higher upside here. Okay. Well, we did take an Undercity Sewers, so I believe we're going to take Crucius. This card is busted, so 3 mana, 3/1. At the beginning of your end step, you may discard a card. If you do, create a treasure token, and you choose Ambitious or Expedient, basically higher or lower. So you can either get a Seek a card with greater mana value or lesser mana value than the discarded card. And yeah, you get a treasure token. So you can turn lands into relevant cards, or if you have too many expensive cards, you can get a cheaper card. It's kind of insane. So yeah, we're going to try to find an untapped black land to help facilitate that. Okay, now we have Zealous Conscripts as a decent top-end threat, but I think I'm going to once again take something on the cheaper end. There's either Brainstorm, Abrade, or Unholy Heat. So I have only a couple of fetch lands, so I'm not quite sure about the Brainstorm. I think I'm going to lean on the Unholy Heat. There's a lot of creatures you want to kill in this format, and I feel like I can get Delirium somewhat. Not easily, but in a way that will... I think it should be fine. Okay. So nothing really excites me in this pack. I already have some card draw, so I don't think Muldrifter is necessary. I could shore up the white splash. We don't currently have any white cards, but I think this will work. Alternatively, there's Piggy Bank. I'm going to take Piggy Bank. Only because of Unholy Heat, exactly. All right. Well, I'm definitely regretting that pick because now there's a Lightning Helix. I think I might still be inclined to take it. Alternatively, there's a Bloodbraid Elf and a Ghostfire Slice. I think I'll take the Ghostfire Slice. 3 mana, deal 4 to anything, but it also costs 2 less to cast if the opponent controls a multicolored permanent. So yeah, we'll go ahead and just take that up. Okay, now we have Spell Pierce versus Fanged Flames. I think I'm going to take the Spell Pierce, especially if we end up in some sort of control mirror. Oftentimes, like say the opponent taps out for their KDD archive, and I just for 1 mana counter it. That's pretty effective. Fanged Flame. We already have a lot of removal spells, so I don't feel like the Fanged Flames is super worth it there. Okay, now we'll take an Arid Mesa just to shore up the fixing a little bit better. PN Kira Nalar will be fine. This Triumphant Getaway seems like a decent card. 1 in Grixis for a flash enchantment. When it enters, you heist an opponent's library twice, and then whenever you cast a spell you don't own, you drain them for 2. So pretty effective, but I think I'm just going to take a good land there, and I could take another one, but I think I'm going to go ahead and take a Malcolm just to have another threat. Actually, yeah, let's take the Malcolm. Okay, we did wheel the Sapphire Collector. I don't know if we play it. Mana Tithe. I love Mana Tithe, but not on a splash. Whoa, we wheeled the Zealous Conscripts and the Abrade? Yikes. I feel like I need a lot more time to think about that pick. I'm just going to take the Zealous Conscripts. Last pick, Mole Drifter. So, nice. Feeling good about that. Oh, look, it's Agent River Fiend. Yeah, okay. Agent River Fiend is a really, really busted 1-drop. 1 mana, 1/2. For 2 mana and tap it, you target opponent, conjure a duplicate of the top of their library into your hand, and you can spend mana as though remaining in color to cast it, and then they exile that card face down. So essentially, it's 2 mana. You draw your opponent's from your opponent's deck each turn. Surprisingly powerful, and you do have to spend usually a premium removal spell. Other than that, we have the Horned Lock Whale, defensive adventure with a flash threat, Nadu. We have another fetch land, but yeah, let's take the Agent of Fiend. And how are we doing on playables? We're doing fine. 21 playables, decent fixing. Okay, let's see. So in this pack we have Meticulous Archive if we wanted to shore up white fixing, but again, we just don't have white cards, so I'm not convinced that that's necessary. I think I'm going to take the Memory Deluge just as another source of card advantage, and you can hold up all your interaction, and then when they pass end of turn, you just Memory Deluge, draw a couple cards. All right, so we got some options here. There's Confounding Riddle as a counterspell / card advantage option. Burst Lightning, totally fine. Thundertrap Trainer, also a source of card advantage. I think I want to play the Crucius enough that I'm going to take this Blood Crypt, and now I'm pretty much set on black fixing. Like, I don't need to prioritize it anymore. Okay. So in this pack, we have House Meld, Shivan Devastator, and then 2 2-mana rocks that tap for mana of any color, essentially. Given where we're at, I think I just want to go ahead and take the House Meld. This is the kind of thing like you take away from your opponent's board, add to your board, potentially get some value. So yeah, I'm going to take House Meld here. All right, lots of good stuff in this pack. We have some big top end, Overlord of the Flood Pits, Chandra Awakened Inferno. We also have a Make Disappear and an Unable to Scream. We don't really have... Chandra's just a nice big threat. I feel like I want to take the Make Disappear and play more into this instant speed game plan and maybe wheel one of those 2 big threats. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and take Shove Aside. So Shove Aside, it's another alchemy card. It's a sorcery, but you can cast it at instant speed if you were on the draw, and then you deal 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. So it's a lightning bolt that you can sometimes play at instant speed. Okay. Ooh, Dragon's Rage Channeler seems perfect for the deck. Lots of cheap spells, and it can become a threat that you invest very little mana for, so they have to deal with that, and then you slam your Glorybringer and junk like that. Another fetch land would be good. Magda's fine, Bloodthirsty Adversary's fine. Brain Surge is decent with all the fetch lands, but I think I'm going to take the Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, there's a Dig Through Time, so that's a way that I can actually use the graveyard, because I'm currently not really doing that. There's also a Draconautics Engineer, which is fine. It also has the same kind of thing where you can hold up your mana and then make a 4/4, but I think I'd rather have the Dig Through Time. Okay, I get a Polluted Delta basically for free because I'm not playing Nadu. I don't have green fixing, and Rada's Firebrand I don't think is good enough to justify. So yeah, let's just take another Polluted Delta. Our fixing's really good now. There's no need for white. I guess I'll take this. Not really any need for that. Stoke versus Confounding Riddle. I'll take Stoke. I'll take an Ornithopter of Paradise. Not sure if I play it. Okay, we need to make some cuts. I think I will cut the Piggy Bank. I don't think it's necessary. Whoa, we wield Unable to Scream and Chandra. So I think we took enough cheap interaction that we can get a little... we can just take this big, uncounterable Planeswalker that can win the game on its own. So yeah, I like that. All right. What are we cutting here? I think we can cut Shove Aside and just bring it in on the draw. That makes sense to me. Okay, last pick, Breeding Pool. I guess we could have played Nadu. Okay. All right. Let's see what we're doing. We don't need a swamp. Just play another island, I guess. And then we need a couple of cuts. And by a couple, I mean 3. So, yeah, I like all the cheap cards I want to keep. I think we can cut Sapphire Collector. I don't think I can chain enough spells together to make this work. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And then I don't think we're not really set up as like a Hellrider type strategy. Like we do have some threats that are early, Malcolm and Dragon's Rage Channeler and Detective's Phoenix. Like, okay, if we went exactly Dragon's Rage Channeler into Malcolm, into Detective's Phoenix, into Hellrider, that's a good aggressive curve, but that's not the average curve that we are going to see with the deck. So, that being the case, what to cut? Actually, it probably is the Detective's Phoenix at this point. We don't have that many creatures, but that's not exactly necessary. As long as the creatures we do have can get the job done, and then we have all these control element cards, I think we should be okay. I'm going to keep the Rogren Triome in the deck, because really I only have like the 2 tap lands, the Undercity Sewers and the Rogren Triome. And specifically with the Key to the Archive, if we want to get Approach of the Second Sun, it does make it a little easier, because sometimes you'll use this and then they'll just use some kind of artifact removal, and then you just can't cast your off-color spells. Crucius makes treasures, I guess, but anyway, I think I cut the Detective's Phoenix. I don't really like, our good cards already have haste, and yeah, the rest of the deck looks pretty solid, and yeah, pretty even on blue and red. So let's just go ahead and double check the fixing here. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 versus 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I think that's totally acceptable. All right. And we'll go ahead and jump into our first match here. All right, we're playing against Frankie 33, and we're going to be on the draw. So that's fine. After we win game one, we can... Okay. So, this hand's bad. Mulligan. This hand is good. So I will keep. Keep, put back. Probably just the Warzone duplicator. We have enough top end in the deck. We should be fine. Okay, well, we're going to bolt the bird. Absolutely. Going to go Unholy Heat, targeting the Llanowar Elves. Yeah, definitely want to kill their Mana Dorks as soon as possible. Okay, Iron Crag, sure. All right. It seems likely they're going to slam a creature next turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and go Agent of Rafine here. Opponent's going to try to skip from 2 to 4. Okay, they did go Rumble, so I guess that would have been a good thing to cut. We'll see what they get here. Okay, they're getting the Enduring Courage. Do they have another land drop? They must have another land drop. They just foregone like 3 other lands. Okay. Okay, sure. So we'll go ahead and get our Surveil value. Or worst case scenario, okay, well, I can't counter that. So I'm going to have to take some damage here, which is fine. Let's draw a card from their deck. Mountain. Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and Surveil. I guess technically I'm supposed to wait till the end of the turn. Mountain, no. Okay. So the worm is definitely a problem. Okay, I was going to go Key to the Archive. I might still want to do that. Let's think here. What's better? Either we draw a card and we Malcolm. The problem is the Glorybringer cannot kill the Balustrade Worm. So I think we want to play Key to the Archive. It also gives us more mana next turn. Okay. Time Warp, Demonic Tutor, and Lightning Helix. What can I draw from the deck that will help me out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana next turn. What answers do I have? I mean, I can bounce the Balustrade Worm, but that's only dealing with the problem temporarily. Time Warp is fine. Yeah, let's get the Demonic Tutor. And then we'll discard the Spell Pierce. It's definitely running out of usefulness. So hopefully this Demonic Tutor can kind of get us out of this situation. I'm not too sure. Wow, that's a lot of Trample Haste. That's scary. Okay. Okay, Glorybringer can at least kill the Ulvenwald Oddity, which I think I might need to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we'll go... Yeah, let's go Demonic Tutor, see what we can find. There's Burn Down the House. I think we're supposed to grab Burn Down the House here. The problem is they might be able to just Balustrade Worm. Well, they can't Balustrade Worm this turn. There's also Zealous Conscripts, but we're not in a position where we can just do that. Fiery Annihilation. There's a lot of options. I think Burn Down the House is just the safest. Deal 5. That was definitely supposed to attack first. That point of damage could matter. Okay. So that was good. Luckily, my opponent's not able to bring this back out. They need another card. Ugh. Okay, what does this do? Attacks each combat. When it attacks, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards. So, yeah, definitely don't want that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, let's go ahead and Glorybringer, exert, kill the Ravager. And then I guess I do play the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, no, I'll keep it in hand. Really interesting that my opponent chose the Enduring Courage instead of a mountain, because they're not able to cast it. Nissa. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Well, that's fine. So they get a forest. They can also change this into a... Okay, I guess they're not going to do that. Okay. Three, four, five. This triggers on the 7th land. Okay, they are going to equip. That's not great, but it's acceptable. Okay, let's draw a card. There's a House Meld. I really wanted to save House Meld for something else. I guess I could attack first and see what we hit. Yeah, let's get in for a couple points here. And then draw and discard. There's a repulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play here. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so let's discard the land. And then I could make them... yeah, let's just pass the turn. Okay, there's the mountain. Luckily, this does not have haste. I kind of really want them to play it. Yeah. So now I can house meld that. That's pretty sweet. All right. They're gonna do that. I'm gonna repulse. I'm gonna play the Nissa, grab another forest. So can I kill them? Always the question. 4, 5, 6, 10. So not quite. House Meld the Enduring Courage. Yeah, just to be on the safe side, I am gonna go ahead and kill the Nissa here. Okay, there's a Make Disappear, which I don't really need at this time. I don't need to exhaust either, or exert rather. Hit them for 6. Should be able to kill them next turn. Fiery Annihilation. Okay, there's our answer to Balustrade Worm if they were to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I just don't need this land. Okay, and then we're gonna go House Meld the Enduring Courage. Now it's my Enduring Courage. Okay, perfect. And then we're holding up Make Disappear and the Fiery Annihilation. With the Make Disappear, we can casualty it. Zealous Conscripts. Okay. That's pretty good. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This does not tap for mana. So what are they going to do here? They're going to take one of my creatures and hit me with it. Oh, no. They're going to take my Glorybringer. So that being the case, I think I'm supposed to casualty the Make Disappear. I can sacrifice the... Malcolm triggers off of 4. I think I sacrifice the Malcolm. Not entirely sure that's correct. Yeah, so let's counter the Zealous conscripts. Yeah, luckily this Everflame does not currently tap for any mana. Okay, perfect. Okay. Not what I wanted to see. Do I have another Surveil? I don't. Alright, we'll just hit him. And then yeah, we basically, I guess I could play this to thin the deck, but I have to be careful if they have some sort of a deal for. They're shocking. What could that be? Okay, they're going to create a 2/2. That's fine. Hmm. Oh, I see. They're putting the enchantment in the graveyard. Okay. Well, lucky for us, we have the answer. Okay, deal 5, exile, and that's the game. Wow. Winning by the slimmest of margins there. Very exciting game 1. All right. So we're on the draw. So I want to bring in the shove aside, and I think I want to cut. Do I want to cut the Warzone duplicator? It's not bad, but a lot of their cards get inherent value anyway. I guess I could just like what else would I cut? Okay, we're definitely wanting to play the shove aside. And then we need the Fire Annihilation to deal with a Balustrade Worm. Nothing else I have really deals with a Balustrade Worm. Shove aside, Unholy Heat. Spell Pierce, I guess. They didn't play too many. Yeah, I think it's Spell Pierce. There's not that many targets. All right. That sounds good. And even if we lose this game and we end up on the play, I still think I'll play that pseudo lightning bolt effect, just because it has a lot of targets, particularly the mana dorks. Like we saw in that game, I I unholy heated the Llanowar elves, and that was critical to set up the pace of the game. All right, opponent is deep in the tank on whether or not they're going to play first. I know it's a really hard decision. Oh, you know what? They know I'm sideboarding in that alchemy card, so they're going to make it a sorcery. Genius. They're going to give me the play. All right, maybe my opponent went to go get a snack or something. Always fun when this kind of thing happens. Okay, I seem to have scared my opponent silly. I guess they just disconnected. This is kind of unfortunate. I thought that first game was very, very close. A lot of good back and forth. Like, if they had top decked something and won, I think that would have been like completely reasonable. Very slim margins there. Yeah, looks like maybe they disconnected or something. That's super unfortunate, but okay. Well, we're gonna mulligan this. Gonna keep this. Put back. I think on average the zealous conscripts. I think on average Glorybringer is gonna be better. All right. Well, Not exactly the most riveting content, but at least we got to see the deck in action. I think the deck's pretty good. The fixing's good. Lots of interactive spells. Not too many threats, but the threats that I do have are pretty potent. And as long as I can keep my opponent from doing their thing, I should be able to win with whatever I'm doing. Yeah, unfortunate. Sorry about that, Frankie33. This kind of thing happens. Hopefully, if it's something like they got disconnected because of Arena and then they're not able to make it back, they should 100% file for compensation. I would always recommend that anyone do that if they're in that kind of a situation. But in any case, on my end, a win's a win. The game was close, so at least it was somewhat earned. So let's go ahead and jump back in, get another match in. Hopefully, we'll play all 3 games. Oh boy. Okay, I get to just show off all of the greatest aspects of Arena today. So, whenever this happens, it means the opponent disconnected, and then it's going to take a minute, and then it's going to say draw, and then we're going to go back and then have ourselves another chance to queue up into the league, which I don't know. This is just super wild. What are the odds we run into this issue twice in one league? Really unfortunate. Yeah, so the fact that it took that long, it's 100% going to say draw here, and then we're going to go back. Yep, riveting. All right, going back. Third time's the charm. We'll get there. Deck's really fun though, so I really hope we get to play it more. All right, finally have our opponent, Contamination. Love it. So let's see if we win the die roll. Yep, nice, and that looks pretty good. So we'll keep. Like, we don't have a turn 2 play necessarily, but there's a lot we can draw, and we have a lot of interaction to come back from behind. I'm seeing myself as more of a controlling role here. Key to the Archive can probably push us ahead. Okay, our top end's covered. I would have really liked to draw a counterspell there, although hopefully this maybe means they don't play anything this turn, and then I can just hold up my interaction. Or maybe they have a 1-drop here they're going to play. Okay, yeah, Dragon's Rage Channeler. It's pretty good. 1 turn too late on that Make Disappear. I'll go ahead and just pass and hold up my things. So now it's pretty unfortunate because I'm basically going to be trading a 3-mana spell for a 1-mana spell. So I'm not getting the best here as far as the mana equity. But hopefully I can... Oh, that's going to get countered. Either countered or... I could always just repulse. I think I actually do that instead, just so I can stay mana efficient. So yeah, let's bounce that to the hand. Draw a card. Yeah, I really need a land, so hopefully we'll be okay. Take a damage. That's not a land. That's unfortunate. We're a little bit stuck here. Well, we could still make disappear the Legion War Boss if they play that, which I'll definitely do because I'm going to start losing value, or I'm going to start losing opportunities for Make Disappear to actually be good. Yeah, okay. Make Disappear. Counter unless they pay 2. Hopefully they don't have a Spell Pierce. Yikes. Spell Pierce would be Shard Mage's Rescue. That's... Interesting. I mean, that's fine. I'll take it. I'm glad they're using this now instead of later. Okay, not quite Delirium. Man, that is super unfortunate. What do I value more? Deal 5 later or a deal 4 to face later? I think I'm gonna go ahead and Ghostfire Slice this thing. So now they do have Delirium, if that matters. And unfortunately, we are not drawing the lands that we need. Although, if I draw any Draconautics Engineer, that's okay. I could just kill that before they're able to make the Dinosaur Dragon. Alternatively, I could wait for them to untap and make the dragon. Okay, there's our land. So, a couple options. We could go Key to the Archive, or we can house meld their Dragonautics Engineer. They could have a counter spell up, but if I house meld and it gets countered, and then they untap, make dragon, give it haste, they hit me for 7, I go to 10, then I untap, Fiery Annihilation. It's not great, but I think this is like a long-winded way of saying I'd rather resolve the Key to the Archive. So yeah, if this house meld resolves, it's also good because then I get this Draconautics Engineer and I can exhaust it still, so I can make the 4/4. And they've already used their Shard Mage's Rescue for some reason. Like, imagine if they just held it up. They would not be in that great of a situation. They would be in a... They would completely blow me out. 1 mana essentially counter my spell. Yeah, now I just get this. So now I can make... Now I have like 4/4. 4 mana, make a 4/4. Or something. Yeah, this is really good. Main phase, Light of the Stage. After the land drop too? Oh my goodness. Okay. So this being the case, I know they don't have too much. I think we're going to... They could have removal. One option is go Key to the Archive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually like getting the threat down now. So we're going to go Draconautics Engineer, give it haste, attack for 4. So I'm going to make them deal with this first and then respond accordingly. And I know they only have a couple of lands, which I think that was a big part of why I did what I did. And they didn't have much last turn. So maybe they were banking on this Draconautics Engineer to get them there. But as it stands, we should be okay. They have 7 mana to play with. But in a certain sense, the bigger thing they play, the harder I hit them. Like, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. Like, imagine they play some sort of Planeswalker that upticks and then it gets to ult range and I can like take it, ult it. I don't know. That might be just like wishful thinking or something. They're deep in the tank. I don't know what they could possibly have in their hand. But I'm not feeling bad about my situation currently. I think they're deciding whether or not they want to kill the 4/4. Shatterskull smashing for X's 4. I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, I think I'm just going to take this opportunity to slam a Chandra and then just start upticking on them. So I forget, this is -3 deals 3 damage to each non-elemental, and then -X deals, yeah, that does not matter in the slightest. Okay, they're showing me they have nothing, which that's cool. So yeah, let's just go ahead and uptick again. 6. I don't even need to key to the archive. I think we're just gonna go ahead and go, let's play around, make disappear. We'll go Glorybringer. They also don't seem to have, okay, go to combat. We'll exert, kill the Ox. I mean, they can sacrifice it, but that doesn't really do anything. Sure. All right, same difference. Pass a turn, they take 2 damage. So they're, well, I actually can kill them next turn. We go Zealous Conscripts, untap our own Glorybringer, and then hit them for 7, and then they die to the Chandra triggers. So that's an option. And even if they are able to somehow deal with my board, oh, okay. Yes, Rabbit Battery. Perfect. That'll do it. Incredible stuff. Okay, so yeah, we should be fine. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, let's go for a Polluted Delta. We'll get our value off of the Surveil. So we have lethal, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go Zealous Conscripts, untap the Glorybringer, and then we Fiery Annihilation, the Rabbit Batteries. So yeah, I will keep that on top. I mean, I guess it doesn't really even matter because I just get to Chandra the Rabbit Battery. Like, there's just no way they survive here at all. So yeah, go ahead and skip forward like 15 to 20 seconds in the video because it's essentially over at this point. But opponents really gonna just hold out. They really think that this Rabbit Battery is going to save them. I believe in you, opponent. Oh yes. Oh yes, that Rabbit Battery doing so much there. Anyway, I'm gonna go Zealous Conscripts, untap Glorybringer, attack. I don't even do exert. Let's give him another one. Play this land, pass the turn, deal 3 damage. All right. So I'm not sure what the blue splash is for, but anyway, I saw some amount of non-creature spells, so actually maybe we keep those in. Or sorry, maybe we keep the Spell Pierce in for that. We'll put in the Shove Aside for sure. They have some like premium threat creatures that I want to kill. And I guess I'll just cut the Warzone Duplicator. Like, it doesn't look like I'm bouncing anything like really big. It's mainly just a bunch of small cheap threats, which, like, if I bounce a Dragon's Rage Channeler and get one in my hand, that's fine. But I don't know. It doesn't seem completely necessary. I mean, I guess I could have also gotten rid of one of my card advantage pieces because maybe I won't have the time to make that happen. Alternatively, there's I'm not sure. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay no matter what. All I know is that I want that lightning bolt that's better on the draw. Opponent is once again deep in the tank. All right. And here we go. Let's see if we can actually play a couple of games. All right. Yep. My opponent has hopefully chosen to play first. There's, oh my gosh, there's no way. There's no way this is going to happen 2 matches in a row. Are you serious? This is this is absolutely absurd. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to remind you to like that video, hit the share button. Oh man, I don't know how to do this YouTube thing clearly, but apparently I know how to win game 1 of a match and then make my opponent rage quit so that they don't come back. I think that's a good strategy. Like if you could, you know, always win your game ones and then your opponents just give up, I think that would be a pretty solid strategy for playing Magic. But anyway, no, that being the case, now if you like what you're seeing, leave a comment, get some engagement, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and then hit the subscribe button, yada yada. Sam looks fine. So, okay, we'll just go ahead and surveil. Um, do I want that? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's, yeah, I guess so. I guess on average we'll draw at least a couple more lands, and we have like pretty good, pretty good plays up the curve. Like we can go turn 2 Roaring Furnace, they're 2-drop. Yeah, let's definitely do that. I don't need this thing scaling up. And then turn 3, probably Mole Drifter. So yeah, let's play the Roaring Furnace, deal 6 damage to the Bulwark Ox. Okay, opponent, you gotta play a little quicker here, buddy. All right, so unless something changes, I'm probably just gonna shock in a Blood Crypt and then Mole Drifter just to try to ensure that I hit like something to do on turn 4 as well as like my lands. So little bit of a tall order there, but oh wow, okay, that's totally fine. All right, there's another land. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'm still gonna go ahead and just evoke a Mole Drifter to draw 2 cards because there's not really much else I'm doing. It's not like I have another Surveil land. Okay, yeah, this is fine. So we have our lands guaranteed for Chandra, and my opponent basically has this turn to do something pretty busted. Like this is their one opportunity where my shields are down, and then I don't have a particularly good follow-up on the next turn. Because on my turn, we're just... Okay, Inti's a pretty solid threat. That is a repulse. So... yeah, I'm probably supposed to repulse the Inti rather than wait to remand something. Because the Inti gives them a lot of card selection. It gives them value. That's a Prairie Specialist. I mean, we're just gonna... what are we doing next turn anyway? Right? We're gonna either burn down the house or Zealot's Conscripts? I suppose? Am I remanding this or am I repulsing? I mean, I should definitely repulse. I think it's just a matter of what we want to repulse. It's probably the... I think it's the Inti. Like, yeah, the Prairie Survivalist gives them some value as far as the perpetually giving something a +1/+0, but I have like 2 board wipes in my hand that I can use to just kill them outright, and then it doesn't matter what their power is. So yeah, no, I'm fine. Let's get the Rogren Triome. Okay, there's a dig through time. So I think now we can just go. I think we have enough to remand their play and dig through time. We'll have 4, 5 cards in the yard. Yeah, we'll that's perfect. We'll have just enough. Okay, love it. I'm gonna go Rogren Triumph. So now this remand is basically like a pseudo-ish time walk. So let's see what happens. Yep. Oh, this is gonna be really, really good. So yeah, let's remand. Draw a card. Glorybringer is an excellent draw. Now I don't even have to worry about doing a board wipe kind of thing. Yeah, that's fine. They can do that. Yeah, we're gonna dig through time at end of turn. Did they choose this? Yes, they did. They're gonna hit me for 2. That's fine. Okay, we're gonna fetch, shock, and then we're gonna dig through time. Exile all these cards. And we see, just take the 2 best cards. So I don't really need more card advantage. I'd probably just take removal spells at this point. Like we just take Ghostfire Slice and Lightning Bolt and try to burn them out. I think that's reasonable. So we have 6 mana. I mean, we could go Chandra uptick, force them to kind of deal with it, and then they start applying resources to the Chandra. Alternatively, we could go Glorybringer plus Lightning Bolt. I think, yeah, you know what? I am going to go Glorybringer because I could see a way I lose is that they get more value on this thing, and then I don't know, they slam some sort of big hasty creature on me that has gotten pumped a couple times by the Survivalist. It's super slim. I mean, next turn we'll probably go Chandra. Hopefully Lightning Bolt can deal with pretty much anything they play. I also have to realize they could be not dead next turn, but close. So, if we Zealous Conscript, stoke the flames targeting the Glorybringer. Sure. You got it. Okay, we're going to hold the Lightning Bolt. Okay, House Melt's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, yeah, let's continue to hold up Lightning Bolt. We'll just go Chandra, uptick, get this clock started. Kind of have a burn them out strategy. Next turn, we can double the clock. Oh, they use their Stoke the Flame so aggressively there. Okay, now opponent has 5 lands. I'm not too sure. I know that this Inti has both buffs, so I'm really, really not scared about this Inti whatsoever. I know my opponent has Shard Mage's no, not Shard Mage's Charm. What's it called? It's called Shard Mage's Rescue. So that's something. I'm not particularly concerned. This thing seems pretty good to House Meld. Okay, that's a Draconautics Engineer. So yeah, we'll let that resolve. So now the question becomes, do they want to haste something out? Looks like that answer is no. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I can't quite. Zealous Conscripts take the Draconautics Engineer. Oh, well, that's okay. Let's go ahead and kill the Inti here. And then honestly, I can make the same play I made last game where I house meld the Draconautics Engineer. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So then I can also just like hold up. Yeah, this is really good. All right, opponent. Will you let me take my turn? Opponent's really in the tank here. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want more riveting content. Like, oh, okay, good. We get to go to our turn. All right, let's start with a house meld here. Cool. Okay. And then we're just gonna uptake. Yeah, we're gonna uptake. We're gonna shock in, and that's it. Yeah, no need to play Key to the Archive. We just don't really need that right now. We're in a great position. We got two Chandra emblems, ticking away at them. They didn't even surveil on the end of turn. Pathetic. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. I get to make a 4/4 with their Draconautics Engineer. Very fun and exciting. Ghostfire Slice is 4 damage to the face. So on my turn, like let's do the math. At the end of the say they do nothing. At the end of turn, I make a 4/4. And then on my turn, we Zealous Conscripts. Like say they play a dumb creature even more. Like they play like a 3/3. Let's just say. So we have 4 plus 3 plus 3. Yeah, that's just lethal. Right? 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So I am completely not worried. I think we've got this game in the bag. They would have to do something pretty incredible to get out of this particular situation. Dust Animus. Yeah? I mean, that will become a 4/5. Okay, that's a Dragon's Reach Channeler. Totally reasonable. And wow, hey, remember when I said they were going to play a 3/3? Turns out my wish is going to come true. Okay, so we'll do that. Oh, look, Crucius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Play Zealous Conscripts. Take Dragon's Rage Channeler. Attack with everything. Oh. Oh, I messed up. I could have oh well. All right. Well, that was disgusting. Yeah, didn't think that I would lose lose Delirium there. All right. Well, we are 2-0 going into the trophy match. This deck is sweet. I love these kind of blue-red base interactive decks with some good top-end threats. Definitely my favorite way to enjoy some cube. All right. Oh yeah, this hand looks very strong. Turn 1 agent. Yeah, probably better to shock the steam vents. Okay. Opponent's thinking, oh, okay, taking a mulligan. No worries. I mean, I'll take it. So definitely a weakness of this hand. Obviously, we don't have lands. So hopefully we can find some. But at least we get to look at our deck and the opponent's deck for lands. Our deck. All right, what are we dealing with here? They're reading things. Mountain. Could be a lightning bolt. or a burst lightning, or a pass the turn. Pass the turn, let me untap. Yeah, this hand definitely gets a lot worse if they... Okay, nice. Oh, we drew the land too. Amazing. So let's go ahead and mountain. And then pass the turn. Oh, nope, not attacking. Definitely don't want to attack with this guy. Shove aside. Why did they not do that? Maybe they're just trying to bait me? I'm going to take the bait. I mean, I don't really have much else I can do. Maybe they just wanted to do this so they know that I don't have counterspell up. So maybe they're going to play like a premium threat, or they're just going to surveil. I mean, I don't think Ragavan's in the cube or anything. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Oh, they do have burst lightning. Ooh, got a bloodstained mire. That's nice. So yeah, let's go bloodstained mire, and then we'll play their Rada's Firebrand, and then we can hold up a lightning bolt. And if we don't need to lightning bolt anything, we just fetch surveil. Okay, play like a 3-mana 3/3, please. Also, resourceful collector. Yeah, we get I could still surveil, I guess. Like, I have some 4-drops I want to play. Well, actually, let's see if they attack. Kind of doubt it. All right, I guess I can decide now. What 4-drops do I want to play specifically? It's really just Memory Deluge. So I guess I get a little punished if we draw memory, like if I Undercity Sewers and then there's a Memory Deluge on top. No, I think I'm just gonna bolt this now. There's also Key to the Archive, which we could draw. All right, so let's hit them for 3. So any land and we're okay. Yeah, I guess the more I think about it, we really only had like 2 hits in the deck that I would have been a little punished for not lightning bolting right there. Oh. Well, that's a questing beast. So you're definitely killing that. Goodbye. Ooh, Key to the Archive. Nice. Ooh, Time Warp? Yes, please. I think I don't need this burn down the house. Get in for 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So go either Chandra or Glorybringer next turn, depending on what the opponent plays. Lelia. Lelia always makes me think of that Eric Clapton song. Oh man, did they just hit? Oh, that's pretty gross. That's pretty gross. Okay. So we could deal 3 to everything. None of these are elementals, right? Four, five, 6. We could go Chandra -3. Destroy everything. Alternatively, we could Glorybringer, kill Lelia. I would have to decide right now. I think the way they get back from this game is getting card advantage. So yeah, let's attack for 3, make it so the Caustic Bronco can't block. And then we'll go Chandra. deal 3 to each non-elemental. So it does blow up their card as well, but now hopefully they don't have another big hasty threat that they can pressure Chandra with. Sure, that's fine. So they were going to deal with Chandra anyway. Okay, what's their last card that they have? Jet Collector. That's pretty good. They do get that Mox Jet. Okay. Yeah, I really need to kill the... Yeah, I need to kill the Jet Collector, or they can just start putting creatures from their graveyard on top of the library. All right, now I get my Surveil value. And, ooh, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Nice. All right, so let's go Glorybringer. Combat, attack, or exert, kill Jet Collector, play Dragon's Rage Channeler. So now, well, they're basically dead. They need something. Okay, Murderous Rider doesn't do it. Do they have removal spell? Okay, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I don't have enough to do both unless I drew a land. So let's see if this attack goes through. I think that's a good start. All right, so they go to 2. All right, let's Time Warp because now I have 2 lethal threats and they only have 1 card in hand, so it seems really unlikely. Yeah, let's just keep that. Okay, now we go to my turn, go to combat, exert. Okay, cool. Got there. So once again, we're going to bring in the Shove Aside, and they have some cheap interaction, which I think makes me want to leave the Spell Pierce. I think once again, we're going to get rid of the Warzone duplicator. A lot of stuff has like haste or inherent value by replaying it, so I don't think we need it. Rather just have a cheap spell to play. All right, hand looks fine. Keep. I mean, it's got a couple problems. The main problem being I don't have enough lands. But we're going to start with a Fetch Shock, Dragon's Rage Channeler. Wait, they gave me the play? What? What is happening? All right. Well, my opponent decided to give me the play even though I won. You love to see it. Maybe it'll work out. Maybe I just won't ever see my 3rd land. Oh, look, I saw my 3rd land. All right, let's attack, and I get to surveil. I get to surveil to try to find the 4th land, which I need to progress my game plan. Okay, there's nothing I can do here, so we're just going to fetch, surveil into... Yeah, seems good to me. Actually, do I need this? We have enough. Yeah, I don't think I actually need that. Okay, Mole Drifter. So let's go with a repulse this Lightning Bolt. I don't think I need Lightning Bolt. I just need to try to hit land drops. Hit them for 1. Also, the more spells we put in the graveyard, the better that Dig Through Time becomes. Could really use a land. Okay, Professional Facebreaker, that's fine. I can kill it. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to Ghostfire Slice this. Try to... Yeah, we just gotta find a land drop eventually. Unfortunately, we are still not delirious. We have instants and lands, and that's it. Ulvenwald Oddity. Gross. Don't like that. Okay, there's our land. So we're gonna go for Key to the Archive. Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I guess I'll keep it on top. No, nah, I'll bin it. I think we with the Key to the Archive, we should have enough lands to do what we need to. Okay, there's Doomblade, Regrowth, and Putrefy. So probably Doomblade. Regrowth can return anything. I mean, pretty sure I'm just supposed to get Doomblade. And then I can discard Mole Drifter, I think. That might have been a mistake. I think I was supposed to discard the Make Disappear. That was probably a little bit of a mistake on my end there. Because the Doomblade is just a removal spell. Like, all I have is interaction. I don't really have anything that closes out the game. Falky. Okay, well. I guess this is good. They're playing out the Jet Collector, even though they know I have a Burn Down the House in the hand. You can't make this stuff up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I draw a land, I can hold up Make Disappear and Doomblade. Okay, Unholy Heat's fine as well. So let's tap this for double red. We'll just go... Yeah, we're just going to have to deal 5 to everything. I get to Surveil. Ooh, I do want Zealous Conscripts. Really weird that they played out that Jet Collector. All right, now this Unholy Heat is a deal 6. So maybe if they were banking on just playing like a big dumb threat. Ooh, yeah. Very nice. Okay, that worked out well. So they don't have Delirium, not even close. So yeah, I'm just going to take this opportunity to slam a Chandra, uptick, and then I know they have ways to deal with Chandra, but specifically it's the or the adventure half of, I don't even remember what it's called anymore, but it's double black. So I'm not particularly worried at this point. All right, Lelia's good. I mean, I think they just attack me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, okay, at least Chandra can deal with Lelia, if nothing else. Otherwise... Okay. So they can't play that. Alright, that's not quite what I wanted. So what can this do? It deals X damage to something. Do I want to Zealous Conscripts the Lelia? If I Zealous Conscripts the Lelia, I can still Chandra and kill it. And then I might hit a land, and then I can just Doomblade the Lelia anyway and continue to uptick. So that is a potential. What do I want to do? I could play it safe and just like Chandra down tick on the Lelia. I'm gonna be... Oh, they also know about Make Disappear and Doomblade. Yeah, I think we'll go a little greedy here. So let's take the Lelia, go to combat, attack with both, trigger Lelia. All right, that is a land, but unfortunately it's not the land we wanted. We'll play it. And then we're going to go -4, kill Lelia. Yes, I do want to kill it. And then pass the turn. So if they are somehow able to get Delirium and have 4 mana up, seems really difficult. I think they would need like exactly the card Malevolent Rumble. They Malevolent Rumble into another green source, and then they somehow get Delirium with those other cards. Okay, do they have a land in there? That's another card type. They are halfway there. So if they can mill themselves, Trumpeting Carnosaur. Okay. All right. I think we're okay here. Should be fine. We can kill that. Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, let's do that. So, oh wait, also there's Hall of the Storm Giants. Hold on. How much does this cost to activate? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would cost everything. So I don't really want to do... I don't want to do that. I mean, it does force a block. Yeah, that's not really necessary. Let's just house meld this thing. And then I get to discover 5. Oh yeah, I'll cast a Memory Deluge for free. Oh, right. Memory Deluge is where X is the amount of mana spent to cast this spell. Ah, so that's no good. Oh shoot, Doomblade does not kill the. Let's deal 2 damage to the Bronco. Well, that's what I get for not reading the cards. That is very funny. Yeah, well, obviously I was supposed to put that in hand. Okay, well, in any case, we have their Balustrade Worm covered if they try to bring that out. We have essentially a counter unless they... Oh. 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's fine. Bloodcast that does have haste. Can't block. Yeah, they're going to need more than that. Oh, the card Giant Growth would do it. Do they have Giant Growth? Because if they Giant Growth, then they have 4 mana to pay for Make Disappear, and I still can't Doomblade this thing. I mean, they also know about it. Look, don't slow roll the opponent. If you can't get out of this, just, it's fine, you know. Opponent's thinking, yeah, well, I'll take my 2. Oh, I guess Lightning Bolt also does it. Ghostfire Slice. Yeah, sorry, opponent. That's not going to do it. Casualty. Sacrifice. Do that. And I believe that is game. Yeah, they pay for that, but that one counters. I go to 3. And then uptick. Hall of the Storm Giants. Hit them for 7. And that is the game. All right. And we got the trophy. Very nice. All right. That deck was sweet. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite kind of decks just to play in general. Like, blue-red base, interactive spells, counter spells, removal spells, a couple of big key threats like Glorybringers, Zealous Conscripts, or Chandra. Card advantage with Key to the Archive, Dig Through Time, tempo plays, Repulse, and Remand. So you get to play this sort of a mix between like aggro tempo and control at times. Had some decent sideboard options. Well, okay, we had Shove Aside. But yeah, I thought the deck was really sweet. We had a couple close games. We had a couple not so close games in terms of the opponents disconnecting. But hey, we're going to take that. So yeah, really enjoyed the draft, really enjoyed the deck, and thanks for watching.